Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. A small child, standing alone in a crowded city, surrounded by noise, movement, and strangers, but feeling completely invisible. No comfort, no protection, no one waiting for him at the end of the day. That child would one day become one of the most recognized faces in the world. But right now, he is just trying to survive. Welcome back. Today, you're not just going to hear about success. You're going to understand what it cost. And as you listen, your English will improve naturally, because your mind learns best when emotion and meaning come together. Long before the cameras, before the fame, before the millions of fans, there was a boy who didn't grow up the way most children do. He wasn't surrounded by toys, laughter, or soft memories. Instead, his early life was shaped by distance and sacrifice. His family struggled to stay afloat. Life forced difficult decisions. And one of those decisions changed everything. He was placed into an environment that demanded strength far beyond his age. Not a place of comfort, but a place where discipline was extreme and mistakes had consequences. Days did not begin slowly. They started before the sun. Hours were filled with movement, repetition, and physical demand. The body was pushed. The mind was tested. And rest was rare. Imagine being a child and learning that pain is normal, that falling is expected, that stopping is not an option. There were no soft voices, no encouragement, no moments of reassurance, only structure, only pressure. But something unusual happened in that environment. While others might have broken, he adapted. He learned to stay calm under stress. He learned to move with precision. He learned to continue, even when everything inside said stop. And without realizing it, he was building something powerful, a foundation that would later separate him from everyone else. Time passed. Years of repetition turned into mastery. Movements became sharper. Reactions became faster. Control became natural. But outside that environment, the world didn't know him. When he finally stepped out, there was no applause waiting. No recognition. No opportunity handed to him. Just a city filled with people trying to survive. Just another face in the crowd. So he entered the only path available to him. Not as a star, but as someone replaceable. He became the person who takes the fall. The one who gets hit. The one who disappears in the background. No one learned his name. No one remembered his face. But he showed up. Again. And again. And again. He pushed his body further than others were willing to go. He accepted risk others avoided. He kept improving when no one was watching. Because inside him, there was still a quiet belief. Not loud, not confident, but present. One day, this will matter. And that belief is where everything begins. As you follow this journey, understand this. Greatness doesn't start with recognition. It starts in silence, in struggle, in repetition. And step by step, you are not only improving your English, you are learning how real strength is built. Because this story is just getting started. Stepping into the industry did not feel like progress. It felt like starting at the bottom again. There were no introductions, no recognition, no one saying, "We've been waiting for you." Instead, there were instructions, short, direct, cold. Stand there, move when told, fall when hit. That was his role. Not to shine, not to speak, just to react. On set, everything moved fast. Lights, cameras, action, and then impact. He was thrown into scenes where pain was not simulated, it was real. Hard surfaces, uncontrolled landings, mistimed movements. Every mistake had a cost, and that cost was his body. But something inside him made a decision. If this is where I am, then I will become the best at it. So he stopped thinking like someone temporary. He started thinking like someone building something. He studied everything. How people moved, how they reacted, how timing changed a scene. He didn't have a teacher, so he learned from observation. He didn't have guidance, so he created his own method. He repeated movements until they felt natural. He practiced falling, not just safely, but convincingly. He turned mistakes into improvements. And slowly, something began to change. Not outside, but inside. Confidence, not loud confidence, not visible, but steady. Then one day, something unexpected happened. He was placed in a scene with someone already respected. Someone who carried presence, someone people watched closely. The moment was brief, just a few seconds. A simple action: move forward, get hit, fall. He followed the direction, committed fully, no hesitation. The impact was strong, stronger than expected. He hit the ground hard. For a moment, everything went silent. Then something unusual happened. The scene stopped, not because of the script, but because someone noticed. A hand reached out, a voice asked if he was okay. It was a small moment, short, simple. But for him, it meant everything. Because for the first time, he was not invisible. He was seen. That moment didn't change his position. He was still unknown, still in the background, still fighting for a place. But it changed something deeper. It showed him that he was not just another person passing through. He had presence, he had potential, and more importantly, he had a choice. He could continue copying what already existed, or he could create something different. Because he understood something clearly. Trying to become someone else would never make him stand out. So he made a decision, not loud, not public, but powerful. I will not follow their style. I will build my own. Instead of being perfect, he allowed imperfection. Instead of hiding mistakes, he used them. Instead of looking untouchable, he became human. Movements became unpredictable. Reactions became expressive. Moments became real. Pain was not hidden. It became part of the performance. And slowly, people started noticing something different. Not because he was the strongest, not because he was the fastest, but because he felt real. And in a world full of copies, being real is what makes you unforgettable. As you listen, remember this: you don't need to become someone else to succeed. You need to understand who you are and build from there. Because the moment you stop copying is the moment you begin creating. And that is where everything starts to change. At first, nothing changed on the surface. The same long days, the same demanding scenes, the same uncertain future. But beneath all of that, something was building. The way he moved was no longer ordinary. The way he reacted felt different. There was rhythm, there was personality, there was life inside every action. Directors began to notice, not immediately, not dramatically, but slowly, consistently. He was no longer just another performer. There was something unique about him. Then came the moment every unknown talent waits for, an opportunity. Not guaranteed success, but a chance to be seen. This time, he wasn't just in the background. He had space, freedom, a chance to express. And he used it, fully. Instead of following expectations, he leaned into what made him different. He blended movement with emotion, intensity with humor, precision with unpredictability. And something unexpected happened. People connected, not just with the action, but with him. Because he didn't look untouchable, he didn't look perfect. He looked human.
He made mistakes, he got hit, he struggled, and still, he continued. And that made people believe him. The audience didn't just watch, they felt. One project led to another, then another. Momentum began to grow. His name started to circulate, first in small circles, then in larger conversations. Recognition followed, then attention, then demand. Suddenly, he was no longer chasing opportunities. Opportunities were finding him. Success had arrived, but not quietly. It came with pressure, expectations, responsibility. Every new project had to be bigger, more intense, more memorable, and he accepted the challenge. He pushed further, took greater risks, demanded more from himself than anyone else ever could. But there is something people don't talk about. Success changes your environment, but it doesn't always change how you feel inside. Even as his name spread across countries, even as audiences grew, even as recognition increased, there were moments of silence, moments where everything slowed down, where the noise disappeared, where the applause faded. And in those moments, a question appeared. Was it worth it? Because while the world saw success, they didn't see the cost. The physical toll, the constant pressure, the years of pushing beyond limits. And something else, something more personal. Time lost, moments missed, connections that never fully formed. While building a career, other parts of life were left behind. And that realization doesn't come early, it comes later. When everything you worked for is finally in your hands, and you begin to see what it took to get there. This is the hidden side of success. Not failure, not struggle, but reflection. As you listen, understand this. Winning is powerful, but understanding what matters is even more important. Because true success is not only about reaching the top, it's about what remains with you when everything becomes quiet. And this is where the real story begins.
There comes a moment in life when the noise begins to fade. The lights are still there. The recognition hasn't disappeared. People still know your name. But inside, everything becomes quieter. For years, he had lived at full speed, always moving, always pushing, always chasing the next level. But time does something powerful. It slows everything down. And when things slow down, you begin to see clearly. Not just what you gained, but what it cost. The body that once moved without limits now carries every impact, every fall, every risk. Each movement reminds him of the past, each step holds a memory. And yet, there is no regret for the effort. Because he knows, nothing was given. Everything was built. But there is one truth that became impossible to ignore. Success can give you everything, except time. Moments that were never lived, conversations that never happened, connections that were never fully formed. And this is something many people realize too late. For a long time, he believed that giving more meant doing more, working more, achieving more. But life teaches a different lesson. Presence matters more than performance, connection matters more than recognition, time matters more than everything. As the years passed, his focus began to shift, not toward bigger achievements, but toward deeper meaning. Helping others grow, sharing experience, guiding those who are starting their journey. Because real legacy is not what you build for yourself. It is what continues after you. And that is where his story becomes more than success. It becomes a lesson about persistence, a lesson about identity, a lesson about balance. Because reaching the top is one challenge, but understanding what truly matters
is another. If you are listening right now, this is your moment, not to compare, not to doubt, but to decide. What are you building? What are you chasing? And what are you willing to give for it? Because one day, everything will slow down for you too. And when that moment comes, what will remain? This is not just a story you watched. This is a message you carry. So if this story touched you, if it made you think differently, if it gave you clarity, take one simple action, like this video. Share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe to this channel for more powerful stories that help you improve your English while transforming your mindset. Because here, you are not just learning words, you are building a new way of thinking. And remember this, true strength is not only in how far you go, it is in how well you understand the journey. Now take what you learned and go build your own story.